Picture this. It's a serene Friday morning, the kind where the world seems to be slowly waking up, coffee cups are only half filled, and the news is just beginning to break the silence. Suddenly, the internet ignites. Social media feeds buzz with activity, and music enthusiasts from Los Angeles to Lagos can feel the thrill in the air. The nominations for the 2026 Grammy Awards have been revealed, and guess who's leading the pack once again? Kendrick Lamar. After a remarkable victory last year, where he collected awards like Building Blocks, he's back. Still motivated, still sharp, and ready to compete. 9 nominations. 9. You could almost hear the collective gasp from the city when the list was announced. It's astonishing. Didn't he just dominate the awards? What more does he need to prove? But that's Kendrick for you. He doesn't chase after awards, they chase after him. Welcome to Celebrity Cookies, where the tea is always hot and the stories come with sprinkles of surprise. Make sure to subscribe, leave a comment with your take on the story. And right behind him, lurking in the background yet shining just as brightly, is Lady Gaga. With 7 nominations, she remains unpredictable, a wild card capable of transforming from pop icon to dark genius in an instant. She's not to be underestimated, especially with her new album MAYHEM and the haunting track, Abracadabra. She possesses the same fierce determination as Kendrick, an urge to prove she's not finished yet. Alongside her are the studio powerhouses, Jack, Antonoff, and Circuit, each with 7 nominations, turning sound into gold like modern-day alchemists. Then there's Bad Bunny, Sabrina Carpenter, Leon Thomas, and Serban Guinea, each with 6 nominations, all standing strong amidst the chaos. The Grammys have transformed into a heavyweight showdown, and the competition is officially on. Now, if you've been following this ride, you already know Kendrick's been on a tear since 2024. His war with Drake flipped the rap game upside down, and that diss track Not Like Us didn't just end a beef, it became an anthem, a statement, a damn declaration of dominance. When he performed it live in Toronto, Drake's own backyard, the crowd gave him a standing ovation that lasted 2 minutes straight. That's not just history, that's legacy in motion. And now, just a few months later, that same track that broke the charts and the internet helped him lock down 9 more Grammy nominations. His total career count? 66 nods. 22 wins. 5 of those came just this past year. Record of the Year. Song of the Year. It's wild when you think about it. The man's been nominated more times than most artists even dream of. Yet the fire in his eyes says he's still not satisfied. This year, Kendrick's got 3 shots in the biggest categories: Record of the Year, Song of the Year, and Album of the Year. The track that's carrying him this time is Luther, his soul-soaked duet with SZA. That song's been everywhere, from radio waves to rooftop parties, from TikTok dances to therapy playlists. It's emotional, it's cinematic, and it's honest. People say when Kendrick and SZA link up, the universe stops for a second. They've been making magic together for years, but Luther hit different. It wasn't just about love or pain, it was about legacy, about where they came from and what they've become. It carried that Compton energy, that street gospel feel that makes you nod your head even when your heart's heavy. No surprise the Grammys took notice. And then there's his album GNX. That's the one everybody's been talking about. His 5th nomination for Album of the Year. But here's the twist. Despite all the acclaim, despite every critic calling him the voice of a generation, he's never actually won that specific award. 4 nominations deep and still waiting for that crown. So yeah, this time, it's personal. GNX wasn't just another album. It was a movement. From the first track to the last, it sounded like a man rebuilding a city from ashes. He mixed social commentary with street confessions, turned his reflections into war cries, and gave the world something raw and unfiltered. It's more than music, it's a blueprint for survival. Lady Gaga, though, she's not letting him take it easy. She's back with that old hunger, that unpredictable energy that made her a household name. MAYHEM feels like the kind of album that crawls under your skin and sets up camp. It's loud, theatrical, and painfully beautiful in all the right ways. And Abracadabra, man, that song's got that haunting hook that sticks to your ribs. Gaga's sitting on 45 career nominations now, 14 wins, and just like Kendrick, she's got 3 Big 4 nods this year. Record of the Year, Song of the Year, and Album of the Year. Funny thing is, this is her 5th time being nominated for Album of the Year, And she's never won that one either. So what happens when two titans, both with unfinished business, step into the same arena? That's a showdown waiting to explode. It's been 16 years since Gaga last had all 3 major nominations at once. You gotta go all the way back to the 2010 Grammys when Poker Face and the Fame had the world in a chokehold. She was unstoppable then. Meat dresses, outrageous performances, paparazzi flashing everywhere. And now, she's older, sharper, more dangerous. She's no longer trying to shock people. She's trying to outthink them. And that's what makes this year's Grammys so damn exciting. It's not just talent versus talent, it's legacy versus legend. Behind all this star power, though, you got the unsung heroes. Producers like Jack Antonoff and Circuit, who've been shaping the sound of an entire generation. Antonoff's fingerprints are on everything from Taylor Swift's introspective ballads to Lana Del Rey's cinematic anthems. He's like a ghost in the studio, invisible but essential. And Circuit? That man's been quietly stacking hits for over a decade, from Katy Perry to The Weeknd. Now he's finally getting his flowers, 7 nominations deep, proving that behind every chart topper, there's someone twisting the knobs and pulling the strings. Then there's Bad Bunny, the Puerto Rican powerhouse who turned reggaeton into global currency. Every year, he's breaking barriers, language, culture, industry walls, and every time people think he's peaked, he drops something that flips the table again. 6 nominations this year. 6! And what makes it even crazier is that he's doing it his way. No gimmicks, no English crossovers, just pure authenticity. That's what people respect. That's why he's not just an artist anymore, he's an empire. Sabrina Carpenter, though, that's a whole different kind of surprise. The world's been watching her glow up, step by step. She went from Disney darling to pop provocateur, and now she's standing shoulder to shoulder with giants. 6 nominations say a lot about her evolution. Her music's got that flirty, fearless energy, but there's bite underneath it. She's playing the game, sure, but she's rewriting the rules while she's at it. And Leon Thomas, that man's finally getting the credit he deserves. The industry heads know he's been putting in work behind the scenes, writing, producing, building soundscapes for others. Now it's his time. His name's been floating around the studios for years, but this is the moment his talent hits center stage. 6 nominations. Proof that skill and persistence eventually break through, even in an industry that moves faster than the news cycle. The same goes for Serbenginia, the mixing engineer who's got his fingerprints on half the songs you love but probably never realized. Dude's got ears like sonar. When your favorite artist's vocals sound crisp, balanced, and perfect, that's him. 6 nominations, too. That's rare for an engineer, but it shows how far behind the scenes names have come in today's music world. It's no longer just about the face on the album cover, it's about the ecosystem behind it. So yeah, when the 2026 Grammy nominations dropped, it wasn't just another list. It was a story, a new chapter in a saga that keeps the culture spinning. Every name on that list represents a war fought in the booth, on stage, in the headlines. It's art as survival, competition as creation. The Grammys, for all their flaws in politics, still mark the moment where the world stops and asks, who really ran the game this year? This year's ceremony is locked for February 1st, 2026, at the Crypto.com Arena in Los Angeles. You can bet the streets of LA are already humming with anticipation. CBS and Paramount Plus will be broadcasting it live at 8 p.m. Eastern, and if you know how wild the last show was, you already know this one's about to be a circus. See, last year's Grammys were unforgettable. Kendrick swept 5 trophies and left the stage like a general after battle, still humble, still grounded, but you could feel the electricity in the room. When he took home record and Song of the Year for Not Like Us, even his rivals had to nod in respect. That performance, man, people still talk about it. He turned the Grammys into church, not the quiet kind, but the kind that makes you get up and shout. Now, with Luther and GNX leading his 2026 campaign, the conversation's shifted again. Folks are wondering if this is finally his year to win Album of the Year, that one elusive trophy that's escaped him all this time. It's poetic, almost cinematic. Because if you look back at Kendrick's story, every chapter's been about defying expectations. From Good Kid, Mad City to To Pimp a Butterfly, he's been weaving tapestries of pain, pride, and power. And Gen X might just be the one that ties it all together. But that's the magic of the Grammys. Nothing's guaranteed. Gaga's right there, sharp as a knife, ready to cut through sentiment with art that hits the heart and twists it. Bad Bunny's global army is waiting to storm social media. Sabrina's fans are younger, louder, and hungry. Leon Thomas is the quiet threat no one saw coming. And then you've got those industry titans, the producers and engineers, whose names might not trend but whose influence shapes everything. It's a battlefield of brilliance, a room full of people who've sacrificed sleep, sanity, and sometimes their souls just to make something that connects. Every chord, every verse, every beat carries a story, a moment of doubt, a late-night breakthrough, a whispered prayer before a drop. When they walk into that arena come February, it won't just be about awards. It'll be about redemption, recognition, and survival. And if there's one thing you can count on, it's that the Grammys will deliver drama. Whether it's surprise wins, shocking snubs, or performances that light the internet on fire, the night always finds a way to remind us why music still matters. Why it still moves us, divides us, heals us. Why we still care who wins, who loses, and who leaves the world talking the next morning. So yeah, get ready. Because the 2026 Grammys aren't just another award show. They're a collision of eras, egos, and energy. Kendrick's coming for his crown. Gaga's not backing down. The rest, they're fighting for their names in history. And when those lights hit the stage in Los Angeles, and the first drumbeat echoes through the arena, you'll feel it. That pulse, that spark, that reminder that in a world full of noise, music still runs the streets. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this situation, so please share your opinions in the comments. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay updated on the story.